Who are these two guys right here?
So this is Private Lopes. And this was a young, in shape kid who was not afraid of anything and ready to do anything. So when I joined the Army in 1983, I came in as unassigned airborne ranger. The only time I didn't have a mustache in my whole 40-year career is when I was in a ranger back, because they would not allow it. And when I went to basics, one of my drill sergeants, Drill Sergeant Rhodes, and this is, I think, my platoon picture in basic, and I think that's me holding the guy down with my shirt on. The first lessons they give you is usually what carries you through your life.
I'm assuming that's you in like basic?
No. So the black beret was only for Rangers.
Okay.
So this picture goes with this picture.
Oh, so when everybody else went to the black beret, then they switched to beige. Okay.
Then they switched to beige. This picture is my promotion to E5 in Germany. That was my first blood stripes into the NCO Corps. This is when I left active duty and joined the reserves in Germany. This was a competition in France that me, my first sergeant, and two other soldiers competed. Out of 50 teams, I think we came in 8 or 9. But this is when I was a first sergeant of a drill sergeant company for 6 years. I was a first sergeant for 6 years. The best time I had was being a first sergeant. Day to day with soldiers. Drill sergeant, the same thing. They're coming from different parts of the U.S., different cultures, but they're yours. For those 9 weeks, those are your soldiers that you need to get ready. You know, sergeant majors need to have their own personal flag at the nominative level. And I'm like, one of these days I will get my own personal nominative CSM flag. Now, Major, here's your own. Like, you guys can make it a little bigger.
You've worked with a bunch of different people.
Let me tell you, you learn to work with each GO, take their guidance, their vision, and your job is to make it happen. General Henderson said, hey, I would love to have you as my CSM. And so when I told my wife that, she goes, oh no, you're going to deploy again and all of this. And I'm like, no, honey. They aligned to AR North. They just do hurricanes. I wasn't even there 5 months.
And then COVID.
And COVID hit. You know, when I joined in 1983, a young 18-year-old kid, I knew my drill sergeants looked at me like, oh, look at this little 120-pound soaking wet kid. You know, we were probably a different generation than what they were. When you ask these kids to do stuff, they'll do it. Every country in the world looks at us. For our NCO Corps, they're amazed at the NCO Corps that we have and the professionalism in the NCO Corps. We'll be all right. We'll be all right.
Don't get emotional. Let's start talking about family.
So this is my boss, retired Command Sergeant Major Lopes. And she's raised this little brat because I was gone a lot. 22 years old. I got a picture of her. I would do it again in a heartbeat. The military gave me what I have today, you know, and people always say, well, if I could change, I could change this. You just gotta hope you made the best choices as you went along your life. But if you didn't do one piece of it, the rest of the puzzle wouldn't be there. And I'm glad that Karen's my wife and I have my beautiful daughter.